Hello everyone. In this video, I will teach you a problem related to sinking fund. The question is, a three-storied building is standing on a plot measuring 800 square meter. The plinth area of each story is 400 square meter. The building is of RCC framed structure and the future life may be taken as 70 years. The building fetches a gross rent of rupees 1500 per month. Work out the capitalized value of the property on the basis of 6% net yield. For sinking fund, 3% compound interest may be assumed. Cost of land may be taken as rupees 50 per square meter and other data required may be assumed suitably. So this is the question which is related to the sinking fund. Here at the end, it is clearly said that any missing data can be assumed. Here, the plinth area of the building is given, but the rate of the plinth area is not given to us. So let us assume the plinth area rate of a building as 150 rupees per square meter. So this value we had to assume by ourselves. Let us try to solve this problem. Let us find the gross income which is coming from the building per year. To find the gross income will be found out by the product of the gross rate into a year. Here in the question, the gross rate of the building is given. See, the gross rate of the building is given as rupees 1500 per month. If the rate is of 1500 per month, then what will be the rate for the 1 year? For 1 year, totally there will be 12 months. For 12 months, what will be the gross rent of the building that you have to find? So in order to find that, we have to multiply the gross rent with the number of months in a year. So the number of months is 12 and the gross rent is 1500. So on multiplying these two, you will get a total value of 18,000 rupees. This 18,000 rupees represents the gross income per year of a building. Then let us start all the extra service charges or extra item of works which includes the cost of the building here. So starting with the repair work, let us take repair work as 1/12 of the gross income of a building. Here 1/12 of the gross income of a total building per year is taken as 18,000. So 1/12 of this value gives you a value of 1500 rupees. So this represents the value for the repairing charges of a building which is taking place in a year. Similarly, let us find the municipal tax charges which has to be paid by the owner for a year and that will be taken as 20% of the gross rent. Here 20% of the gross rent is about 18,000 a year. Here the 20% of 80,000 gives you a value of 3,600 rupees. So this much of tax has to be given or has to be paid to the municipal office per year. Then the number 3, the property tax of a building will be considered as 5% of the gross rent. So the property tax is of 5%. Again, we will be taking the gross rent of the building which is for 1 year. For 1 year, the gross rent is 18,000. The 5% of 18,000 gives you a value of 900 rupees. So 900 rupees of property tax has to be paid by the owner to the government. Then if any insurance premium has taken, then the insurance premium for that particular building will be taken as 0.5% of the gross rent. 0.5% means 1/2. As this is in terms of percentage, I am again multiplying this with 1/100 into the gross rent of the building. We had to take the yearly gross rent which is of 18,000. Non-simplifying the whole thing, you will get a 90 rupees. So 90 rupees represent the insurance premium amount of a building here. Then moving to the next charge, that is the management charges at the rate of 6% of the gross rent. See, the management charge is taken according to the question which is given. Here it is given that work out the capitalized value of the property on the basis of 6% of the net yield. So this 6% will be considered from the question. The management charges at the rate of 6% of the gross rent. Again, the gross rent is 18,000. 6% of 18,000 gives you a value of 1080 rupees. Then if you consider any other miscellaneous charges, the miscellaneous charges has to be considered about 2% of the gross amount. The 2% of 18,000 gives you a value of 360 rupees. Then moving to the next item of work, the sinking fund which is required to accumulate the cost of the building in 70 years. So this is given in the question, and the sinking percent has to be considered for 3%. So the value of the sinking percent, the rate of interest for the sinking fund is given as 3% in the question, and the number of future years has to be considered as 70 years. So these two data has to be extracted from the question. So now let us find the value of sinking fund. To find the value of sinking fund, the formula is SI divided by 1 plus I whole to the power of n minus 1. To find the value of S, so S will be found out by the plinth area cost. Here S represents the plinth area cost of a building. So for which we have to consider the question. See, in the question, the plinth area of the each story is given. The plinth area of each story is about 400 square meter, and the number of stories of a building is 3. Hence, we have to take the plinth area of one story and multiply that with 3 number of stories into the plinth area rate. Earlier itself we have assumed the plinth area rate of a building as 150 square meter. So let us multiply this with 150. On simplifying the whole, you will get a value of 1,80,000. So this value represents the value of S, and here I represents the interest. From the question, the interest is 3%, compound interest is 3%, and n represents the number of years. So now once the value of S is found, you substitute the value of S in this equation into I is 3%, 3% will be written as 3 divided by 100 whole divided by 1 plus I. Again in place of I, we will write 3 divided by 100 whole to the power of the value of n is 70 minus 1. Now on simplifying the whole thing, you will get a value of 782 rupees. So this value represents the value of sinking fund value. Now let us find the total outgoings per annum from the building. So the total outgoings will be found out by adding all the amounts. So starting with the repair charges and ending up to the sinking fund charge, whatever the 7 item of works that you have considered, the addition of those amounts gives you the total amount which are outgoing from the building. You write all the 7 amounts here and add all those 7 amounts. The addition of those 7 amounts gives you a value of 8,312 rupees. So that gives you the total outgoings per annum from the building. Now let us find the net annual return. So to find the net annual return, you have to take the total cost. The gross cost of the building is about 18,000, and the net outgoing is about 8,312 rupees. On subtracting these two, you will get a net annual return that is of 9,688 rupees. Similarly, years purchase. See, the total percentage is of 100%, in which we will be deducting the 6% for the capitalized value here. So in the question itself, it is given that the property, the capitalized value has to be taken as 6% of the net yield. So on dividing 100 value with 6, we will get a value of 16.67. Now to find the capitalized value of the property, that will be found out by multiplying the net income into the year's purchase. So the net income is 9,688 rupees into the year purchase is 16.67. That you will get a value of 1,61,499 rupees. Then similarly, you consider the cost of the land. In the question, it is clearly said that the cost of the land may be taken as rupees 50 per square meter. So now the cost of the land at the rate of rupees 50 per square meter will be given as 800 into 50. This 800 represents the area of the land. Here it is clearly said that the plot area is of 800 meters square. Hence we have to multiply 800 with 50. You will get a value of 40,000. Then to find the total value of the whole property, we have to add the capitalized value which is coming from the building as well as the land. The capitalized value of the building is 1,61,499 rupees, and from the land you get 40,000 rupees. The addition of these two gives you the whole value of 2,01,499 rupees, and this gives you the final value of the capitalized value of the whole property. That includes both the building as well as the land, and that completes the problem related to the sinking fund. Thank you.